Hello angels, Natija here. So if you clicked on this video, I did manifest that the right people see this when they are meant to, when they are ready to see this. There is some type of message in here for you. Remember, you do have free will over your life. You never have to fully accept or receive a message if you do not want it to apply to your life, okay? But let's go ahead and see why Spirit brought you here today here, okay? We're going to get straight into the nitty-gritty. I have a Mercury in Aries. All right, but let's go ahead and see why did Spirit guide you here. Thank you, Spirit. I'm seeing 12, 12, 11. Yeah, I'm seeing 10, 10 to 12, 12. And I'm hearing completing a major chapter, years long, okay? Okay, so you have Queen of Swords, and it's interesting because I was drawn to my astrology deck. I've kept picking up zodiac signs. Someone could be really into astrology here. There could also be something about like similar placements, like either attracting like, you know, the same type of placements, like dating the same type of placements. That's what I'm picking up here. Like maybe like Aquariuses or like Geminis, or just like I'm picking up like something with like placements and higher understandings of why you have attracted certain things in your life, okay? Heavy Libra energy, okay? There isn't a lesson here that you guys are learning right now, but I feel like I'm picking up prayers as well, and I'm picking up the answered prayer, the shift that you have wanted, okay? Because I'm talking to people who have been praying for change, probably heavily over their practical life. The shift that you have wanted, it's coming in, but the thing is there's something that you need to know about yourself. And I feel like I'm seeing Spirit, I'm hearing psychic surgery, I'm seeing Spirit cleaning out your ears specifically, okay? And I'm hearing ear chakra. I feel like Spirit really wants you to hear God, really wants you to hear your intuition, really wants you. I'm hearing the next cycle of your life is really exciting. Some of you guys could have been in a time of stagnancy, and it's like you are aligning with your desires, but some major manifestations coming in. Like this is like dream come true, especially when we're dealing with the 11th house. But with 12 coming up in 12, 12, I do feel like I'm talking to High Priestess. I do feel like I'm talking to light workers. I do feel like I'm talking to people who you are going to receive things, okay, and shifts in your life that no one in your lineage received. I feel like I'm talking to people who, honestly, I'm hearing evil eye. Honestly, I'm hearing this energy of your path, and I think that's why we're getting the Queen of Swords, is going to require a lot of divine understanding, your psychic gifts to open up. It's going to require a strong connection to faith, because I'm honestly hearing, like I said, the gifts that you are getting, the destiny here, the reason why your soul did not rest or is not comfortable staying in a comfort zone is because you do have major dreams coming true in this life. You are meant for positions of power, and there's gonna be a lot of people triggered by you because there's something about you guys here, okay? Also, Native American could be significant, strong cultural lineages, okay? But there's something about you, all right? You are a light worker after all. I'm also hearing Christ consciousness. A lot of you guys also, I'm hearing your voice is going to be a really important part of this destiny, this gift, communication, your writing, your singing. And I'm hearing unique, different. I'm also hearing Age of Aquarius. So it does feel like the energy of the air sign, the Aquarian energy. I'm also hearing like a bit of Saturn, but Aquarian energy was always going to be a big time where you would start to see these doors opening up for you. Okay, and we are in this Age of Aquarius right now. Yeah, heavy music, feathers. You could be seeing feathers. I'm hearing eagle. I'm also hearing bald eagle. I'm also picking up like sports and mascots. A lot of you guys, you could have very strong masculine energy, okay? There is an energy here of masculine, feminine energy. I'm also picking up frustrated. A lot of the blockages that you are getting right now are blockages that people in your lineage and your ancestors have dealt with. You guys have been moving through some really, really intense stuff, but healing through this, okay? Like a heavy dark nights of the soul cycles. Like you have literally felt like you were in the woods, okay? But now I keep hearing your connection, your conversation. You are about to get very clear, 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 like cannot question what it means, if it's for you, like messages from God. All right, so I feel like immediately I'm hearing this message found you because God is calling. And God is about to be calling you a lot, as well as your spirit team. A lot of you guys were having trouble connecting with your spirit team, but something, you're seeing this because blockages have been clearing out, something has been shifting, okay? You definitely have been like opening up your third eye, whatever it is you've been doing, whether it's a prayers, meditating, okay? Some of you guys are picking up like some herbs that you've been drinking, whether or not you've been aware of it, okay? I'm even hearing, I'm seeing like the doctors, like a doctor's appointment, I'm hearing ashwagandha, or just like something, maybe even a tea, something that you have been doing, okay? Some of you guys, like again, like reading, something has been clearing out a resistance. I'm hearing you've also been breaking down religious trauma, but something has been clearing out some fears and resistance to your psychic gifts. And now I'm also hearing like your dreams are going to be like crazy vivid. Like there's going to be a lot more astral travel coming in, but it's like, I'm seeing you guys speaking to the spiritual council. It's like you guys are very protected. And again, it seems like it shouldn't be that much of a big deal that you are literally just getting your manifestations or getting what you want. But it is because not because there kind of is a bit, like I said, something about you. You could be a person of color. It could be that you came from a family, like something about, maybe you came from a family where there was a lot of controversy, and it's like your life is doing a complete 180, and there's going to be a lot of people very, very triggered. I'm also hearing spirit is trying to teach you guys about manifestation on a heavy level. So it's like there's a lot of people. Yep. So it's interesting. We have house 5 coming up, but it kind of came out in the reverse, all right? Because you guys are actually very multifaceted. Okay, but I'm also hearing like when it came to your true creative gifts, a passion. Some of you guys, like you came into this life to create something specifically, write a book. Like you definitely have been dealing with writer's block. You've been dealing with, I'm picking up depression, blocks. I'm picking up, okay, around just your creativity, around, you know, some of you guys, you've been so busy or so tired with work. And in a sense, it is kind of karmic, okay, that you have not been able to build your social media. There's been a lot of fear, anxiety, shame, okay? Some of you guys have been having a shame of your self-image, a shame of being seen and heard. But it's like when I say that you guys are meant to be like wildly successful and rich, I mean that, okay? House 5 is Leo energy. I'm hearing if you have Leo in your chart, yeah, your 5th house, something about it has not been as activated, okay? This definitely has been affecting your social life and work-life balance. So again, I'm getting you've been going through a karmic cycle in career, because it's like if you're super busy, if it's like you can never get stability, if it's like you can get money to pay your bills, or, you know, something's going on with your kids, whatever it is, your practical life, and you're so tired, you're drained, or you don't have the money, okay, to go out into the world, to be seen and heard, to travel and stuff like that. Like there definitely has been blockages when it came to the creative energy, the energy to manifest, the energy to have faith and believe, your playtime, which is really important because when you go out into the world, when you're in the same community, you know, yes, social media can absolutely activate you, but I also feel like you guys, I'm just picking up drained, frustrated, problems, other people's problems, work. Like you guys have been running on a very low battery when it has come to yourself, okay? Especially in the daytime, all right? I'm also picking up wintertime could be significant for someone. Okay, wintertime is gonna be like, I'm picking up like a time where you're gonna get a lot of clarity, okay? but I just pick up this energy of just like stress. Like you guys have been in an ancestral cycle of a lot of stress, not really getting grounding and balance. I'm hearing Monday through Fridays have like, it's been nonstop. Like that's this energy I'm getting. You also have Venus in the reverse. Yeah, so like you guys have been struggling with self-love. You've definitely been struggling with your self-image to a degree. Like I said, I feel like you've been going through this time of like, some of you guys, these cycles on the shadow energy, some of the energies that you've been feeling, Spirit is saying it's not just now, especially if your family has been going through a lot. You could have been feeling, honestly, shadow energies from like slavery. You could have been feeling shadow energies from like some really dark times I'm seeing in your like ancestral history, okay? I want to say past lives, but I'm being guided to focus on ancestors. Honestly and truly, it is a mirror to a degree. But like this has been like the cycles you guys have been going through, the shadows, the fears, the anxiety, the health issues. It hasn't started from now. It's been in your lineage, and it's been specific evil eye, so you would not be able to create, use your voice, advance. I'm also picking up a lot of theft. Okay, so I'm picking up this energy of people. Honestly, I'm seeing Elvis Presley here, but like people capitalizing. That's why I'm picking up a lot of POC or and even just like women I'm picking up, but it's giving like, because Spirit is also showing me the image of like women in general, like having these ideas and wisdom, you know, but then their husbands are like the forefront, the president's the one who, you know, everyone praises, but really and truly it's like the woman who stands behind. I'm also picking up, you know, this energy of like, you know, like I said, POC having all these musical gifts and everything, but at the end of the day, you know, like they end up being really chained. I was going to use another word, slaves to the industry, not being able to really use their voice, and then people stealing and not giving them credit and all types of different things. This is this energy. So, like, if you guys have been dealing with anger or even health issues, okay, which is like anger bodies. With the Queen of Swords, Spirit is telling me this energy is going to alchemize. It may not make sense, but it's like you had to confront these angers, not so you, because some of you guys felt like, I'm hearing healing was going to be this energy of like, okay, oh, you know, when people say victim mode, I'm at peace, I've forgotten the past, you know, it doesn't matter. No. Actually, no. Because I feel like the Queen of Swords is coming out because this is like heavy divine feminine. Like this is justice energy. That's why I'm saying Libra. It's like, no, this is not the surface level superficial Libra. This is very much the, oh no, I know all the facts here. Yes, I've learned to manifest. Yes, you know, when I went through all that stuff, I was praying, you know, I've contacted the divine, like I've learned all of that. You know, like, yes, my manifestations came in. Awesome. Yeah, but like, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. And I'm not going to pretend, like, because you know how people say, oh, you create your, like, I feel like there's this breakdown of like, oh, you create your reality. Like, let's not talk about it. No, we're going to talk about it. Because I definitely pick up, so I'm picking up for a lot of you guys interviews. I'm picking up like, you guys are gonna be the one that it's giving like, oh, people didn't realize what they were getting themselves into. Some of you guys I'm also hearing very pretty face or very like good looking, like I'm definitely seeing the industry for some of you, but it's giving like, again, oh, like especially like if it's Hollywood or like influencers or brands or like, you know, even just being in certain neighborhoods, you know what I mean? It's like zip codes, and they thought that like, oh, like you were just gonna do like the bread basket and a little surface level and the tears and thank God and da. You'll be like, oh no. Actually, me sitting in this meeting right now, me having this interview, I'm gonna be very real about that. I'm also even picking up like trauma that you guys have went through in childhood. Like maybe there's some things that, you know, maybe in your family they were very much like, oh, don't talk about that, or give men grace, or give this person grace. And it's like, oh no, I'm even seeing like you guys, like there's just so much waking up. Okay, maybe this has already happened, but like around just people around you. And it's really interesting because I pulled this card earlier. It was from one of my decks, my Soul Whispers decks, and it was like an advice card, and it was talking about gossip. And it's like, it's funny because I feel like this is giving me also this energy of spirituality, but on a no BS vibe, because there's a lot of spiritualists that, again, they are escapists. Like, they will not talk about what's going on in world issues. They will not talk about those things. They will say, we are all one, race doesn't matter. They will say, like, oh, like, like, don't gossip, which is their way of saying, don't talk about it. And I feel like, I feel like you can do things with discernment. Sometimes it's like, no, talk about it. No, you need to call up that friend and be like, hey, that just happened. Thought that was weird. Don't really get it. You can talk about things in a very conclusive way. And I feel like a lot of you guys, the reason why this is coming up is because your throat chakra is healing. There has been a sense of evil eye. Not a sense, there has been evil eye. Let me just say it. Around your throat chakra, around the feminine lineage, okay? Around your true interests here. There's been a lot of people who have been very triggered by you. I'm also picking up ghosting. I'm picking up that you guys could have been ghosted, or some people have just blocked. And that's another thing too. People are just like, oh, da-da-da. But to a degree. But I actually feel like a lot of people escaped you guys before you could have the real conversation. I'm also picking up a lot of people, they really mess with your self-esteem because they're actually so afraid. First of all, I'm hearing they know, but they loved the naive version of you. But they're so afraid of the day that you actually say the thing, you actually bring it up. But Spirit is like, oh, you guys are going to bring these things up. Some of you guys are meant to write books. They're like, your stories are extremely healing for people. Your story about you, your story about what happened, whether it's, or make that video or something like that, because again, I'm picking up for you guys. It's not the first time I've sent a message like this, but it's actually very convenient for some people for you to forget. And it's like, there's this whole, I feel like it's a part of religious trauma on a heavy level too, because so much of religious conditioning, regardless of whatever religion, is so much, especially for the feminine lineage, especially, it's like, hide this, hide that. It's very much like, in certain religions, I heard about women can't even read all the texts or certain chapters and stuff like that. Like, you guys are really breaking out. You've been a cosmic warrior, but the reason why these voices haven't been leaving you alone, and even hearing like some of you guys, like, it's always like, you'll be at certain, like, maybe there's certain people I'm picking up, like authority figures or teachers, or like, for example, I went to this tarot reader the other, like, I was drawn to go to this tarot reader, and it's like, it's kind of frustrating in a sense, because I feel like you guys have had a very strange relationship with authority. But this woman, like, as she was talking, I could tell that, and maybe she had seen my pages, whatever, but at some point, and it's annoying because it's like, a lot of you guys, like, you're so connected to your inner child, you're like, I just want someone who I can trust, I just want some non-weird stuff. But I went to this woman and I felt her energy at first, but like, that she wasn't really super happy that I was going to her, in a sense. But I sat there and I could tell that she was projecting a bit, like, she said something that I was like, like, and I personally believe, like, again, readers have to be very careful, in a sense, with projecting and making sure that they're speaking in alchemist terms, and they're alchemizing, and they're letting people know that they can manifest. And it was weird because I was overhearing the last reading she was doing for someone, and she was like giving the girl, who, just to let you know, did not look like me. See, again, Queen of Swords energy. To some people, they could fully bypass that and be like, oh, that doesn't matter. Race doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. I'm like, it doesn't matter. But to many subconscious minds who have not unraveled that stuff, it does. So the person that was a part of her culture, she was giving so much power to. She was like, you can manifest this, you got this, da da da. Me was a different conversation. I got there and I was just like, yeah, no, don't see those things coming, da da da. And I was just like, huh? Like, I was like, okay. Like, it just felt like breaking down my spirit, breaking down. I was like, okay, interesting. I have a Libra moon, by the way. So at first I was like, okay. And then I found, like, at some point I was people pleasing and empowering her. It was very strange. And then she said something, which was a very key indicator. And this is like, she said two things that were a key indicator. She used the word lazy. And that is something that it's a very red flag for me, especially with if you're talking about any guidance or mentorship or whatever, that's a red flag. Because on a spiritual level and on a trauma healing level, it's not laziness 9 times out of 10, it's trauma that needs to be cleansed and reprogrammed and drained. It's trauma. We are literally healing, especially POC, thousands and thousands of years. So lazy has been a thing that my guides, whenever I hear it, okay, I'm like, no, it's not laziness. You know, even when we're talking about habits, I'm very weary with talking about habits because I know it's very easy, but as someone who has gone through clinical cycles of depression and very much, you know, studied it up and was very aware of the ancestral cycles of it, I'm very wary with how I talk to people, you know? So, but that was one. And then the other thing was, she talked about colors to wear during my readings, and she was like, and this is another red flag that I have with people. She was like, don't wear dark colors. Don't wear, you know, the color black. And that's a red flag for me because it doesn't make sense to me, because I'm just like, okay, so are you telling me, which also can come from very harmful religious programming, that darker skinned people attract negative, like in that way, you know what I mean? Like that's a conditioning that was taught to people that creates really harmful cycles. So the reason that I'm even bringing this up is because with the Queen of Swords here is you guys are extremely intelligent, you are extremely wise, and you had dimmed so much of that intelligence because a lot of it meant clocking people. A lot of it meant saying the uncomfortable thing. You had dimmed so much of yourself because you wanted love, or you wanted friendship, or you wanted, you know, you were doing, you know, you were a kid growing up and you're like, I should not be able to read this adult right now. I should not be able to do it. But like you did. And on top of that, you going through spiritual awakening. So now you got some spiritual knowledge. And this doesn't mean you know it all. Because I actually feel like with this Queen of Swords, especially being upright, you guys are constantly searching for knowledge, which is why you're here. You're constantly searching for self-development, advancement. So reading could be a thing, or like I said, even just watching videos. But you're very, very, like, you also have, I'm hearing Akashic record. Spirit is really going to guide you guys into the Akashic record. So there is a strong level of a respect for wisdom and learning and understanding. And that's a difference, because some people can be like, okay, I'm so smart, but like they struggle with the respect part. But you guys actually do have a very strong respect here, because there has been so much misguidance and misdirection and pain and hurt, especially from people that you were supposed to be able to rely on, that like now you guys have such a strong respect. Like you've learned, you know, the level, you've learned about like integrity and morality here. And also I feel like a lot of you guys have been on a very independent journey. So there was a lot of time to research. There was a lot of time to dive within. And if you guys are drawn here and there hasn't really been a lot of research, you're going to. It's like, not, it's going to be a call. Because with this, God is calling. God is not just saying like, okay, that's what I mean. The answered prayers are not just like, okay, like, no, like, you are on a very specific journey. I'm hearing you guys are part of the 144, and it has been, that's why a lot of, again, air sign Aquarian energy, especially, is coming out here, Uranus. So yeah, we have trine in the reverse. You guys just did not get support, like in terms of, you did not have a lot of harmonious connections in your life. And it's like, no matter how much you altered yourself, no matter how much you became what people wanted you to become, you learned, listen, I could do backflips, I could learn their language, do whatever it is, I could do all of this. And they still ain't gonna like me. Or they're still gonna, you know what I mean? Like nothing is gonna make, you guys have had friendships, relationships, okay, maybe family, that's like, you recognize, listen, nothing that I do is going to make people like me. And I feel like Spirit is saying that like so much, it may have been horrible, but like you guys had to be on a journey of acceptance and also spiritual enlightenment. Okay, there's also something very specific about, like, I'm drawn to the clothing. You guys could like dress in your own unique way. Spirit is saying that your beauty is really, really like attractive. You guys look very otherworldly. Okay, I'm also picking up Piscean energy here. All right, but jewelry could be significant. Tattoos, some of you guys design clothes, or you're gonna be drawn to make jewelry. But I'm also picking up a lot of people are just you could be drawn to sell things too, sell physical products, whether or not it's jewelry, hair. But people are just gonna want what you have. And I'm also picking up like some of you guys are not like the superficial like version of beauty. And that could be really triggering because spirit may, a part of this calling, you guys could be guided into spaces. Like there's a lot of like breaking down falsity, breaking down like this energy of people who, you know, people who are like you know, influencers or celebrities and stuff like that, who are like, I'm hearing like nepo babies, or people who are like, you know, the world loves them, but really and truly you end up like, you're gonna be guided, and this could have already happened, into very interesting circumstances where you guys could actually have an encounter with a celebrity that everyone thinks, oh my god, is so amazing, and you're like, oh yeah, no. They're like, actually no, they were quite horrible. Because I feel like spirit is saying with the Queen of Swords, you have a strong Queen of Swords energy. It's a part of your spiritual gifts in this life. You get a lot of information exposed to you, like whether or not you want it, because so much of your life is committed to this divine research, and you're a divine messenger. That's why birds love you. You are a divine messenger, because it's not just, oh, you said no. You guys send a message with this great respect for the divine. It's not that you don't have a respect for God and enlightenment and everything. You do. You have a really blessed way of reiterating certain things. And this is something that is, regardless of the blessing, I feel like it had to be fine-tuned. Okay, some of you guys were guided to take communication courses, or again, like I said, reading. Like there definitely is this level of fine-tuning. I'm also hearing you guys are not the I'm always right type of person. Like you are willing to ask questions. And I'm also picking up respect for cultures. So because of this, there's so much information that's coming. Like you guys are gonna end up in places and be like, have taken back moments and be like, yo, how did I what, like, how did I end up here? Like this is this energy. I also wanted to pull this yin because it's so much feminine healing here. Okay, yeah, you're gonna like end up in spaces and be like, what, like, how did I, but it's like spirit is saying, yeah, like it's a part of spirit opening up these doors that other people around you, they couldn't really open up for, because one, they would absolute sabotage you and cause a havoc, but like you're going into bigger rooms, whether or not you're meant to stay there or align there, because some of the rooms I'm hearing, the rooms, the invitations, the parties, you're not even like, a part of it is you rejecting it. It's you saying, no, that's not really for me, where everyone else would be like, what, da da da, this person, da da da, and you're gonna be like, yeah, no. And this doesn't just have to be celebrity. It could be politics. It could be people that you knew growing up. I'm also picking up this. There could be certain groups and, you know, people from your past that at one point a version of you was so impressed by, but like so much of your life, and people may be really triggered by like, who do they think they are? Da da da. But it's like you're stepping into such a self-confidence and a strong relationship with the divine that it's like, oh, like you're gonna be at some point, it's like, oh, I didn't even want to be like this, but I've been ostracized so much, and I've had to build this relationship with the divine, and I've had to, some of you guys also could really get along with older people, I'm picking up, okay? Like people who have like, I feel like you seek out really genuine hearts, and in no way am I picking up like someone who, I'm picking up really balanced energy. Like I said, someone who is like, oh, I only want these, but no, it's just that you understand that like not everyone is willing to look at themselves, because the Queen of Swords in the original deck is not someone who is not, the sword is a reflector, it's a mirror. They are looking at themselves, they're willing to look, they're willing to have the conversation to work it out. But you guys have recognized in your life, it's like no matter I could call this person, we could have a conversation, but unless people are willing to look at themselves and willing to work through things and be very honest about what love is, which is a journey of growth, it's a journey of rebirth, whether it's romantic love, whatever. It's not like there's so much of this like cutoff culture, whatever. It's like not a lot of people are willing to be very honest about what it takes to have certain connections, and you guys are on that journey, okay? And you will be attracting that. We have expectation. I feel like spirit is saying expect. I keep hearing expect to go these places, expect gifts from us, expect to hear from us, expect. Okay, that's coming out. I just keep hearing expected. There's also saying if they're sending you the signs, if they're showing you these angel numbers, expect it. 28 could be significant, okay? the 28th, all right, 2s, 8s, 10. We have 12. What did I say about the 12 at the beginning? You guys are very connected to God right now. Privileged lady, all right? You guys have divine privilege and divine abundance, and people see that. And this is going to come out in many different forms. You know, like everyone, success is not going to look one way to everyone. But with this privileged lady, like you are living a life of true divine guidance, which means that, like I said, a lot of times where it may look like spirit is humbling you or you're not, you know, living a certain life, like the divine may be telling you, like, oh no, trust, like you're being protected. Like we moved you out of that situation. We're stalling you here for a minute, like a reason, like a part of this privilege is protection. So I feel like a lot of you guys, if you're staying in the house right now, spirit is like, oh, always expect that at the right time things are going to get better. Always expect that, you know, you are going through this situation because God is guiding you. Like always expect that the divine is involved in your life with every single circumstance. That's what spirit is saying here. And we have poverty here, okay? Okay, I just heard a really drastic message. Spirit is also saying that, like, there are some people right now that are, like, living the big life, okay? And I feel like with, you know, her looking outside, it's like, there are some people that look like they're living in a kingdom or they look whatever, but it's like, this is their fate. Because what they have is, like, a spiritual poverty. Like they're not connected to the divine, or they're connected to the divine in a very surface level way, which means that they're not really seeing the divine in all. They're not seeing unconditional love. They may only be truly seeing it in the people that look like them. And a part of seeing the divine is like duality. They're not seeing that. And they're not acknowledging it, okay? And so because of the spiritual poverty, this energy is going to end up manifesting in some which way, okay? And we have message of concern. Yeah, spirit is like, they're always going to deliver. And it's in no way saying that like, oh, I'm hearing like, even when you don't understand, just always give it to God, give it to the universe. Like, even if it's hard, even if you're emotional about it, okay? It's not saying like, oh, expect bad things to happen for people, but expect that God is involved in all. And spirit is like, you're never going to lose when you see it that way. Like, God is involved in all, and you will always get the answer. It's always going to happen. Like, you're always going to get the answer. You're always going to understand later. And we have great fortune. Spirit is like, there is nothing to lose with you being so divinely connected. Like literally anything that you lose is because spirit is saying it's not meant for you, or it's going to be replaced with something so much better. Anything that you quote unquote lose, like really trust that, okay? Again, I'm getting a lot of like the 26 to the 28 could be significant. The 14, we have 12, 14, 37. So I feel like spirit is just trying to tell you, like, right now, listen, whatever you have on your, especially with the Queen of Swords and messages, whatever you have in your mind, whatever it is that right now you are feeling like, oh, I've been on this humble, really isolated journey. You've been in the astral with the divine. You've been going through your healing. You've been gaining so much wisdom. You've been integrating. You've been ascending. And spirit is like, in this time, you trust. You will see the light, and everyone see the light. And I feel like with this Queen of Swords energy, with the, and especially with message of concern, it's not that you're wishing bad on anyone. I honestly am also getting some of you guys, you've tried to warn people. Maybe you've tried to warn people about the relationship they've been in. Maybe you are that person that says, don't do that. Or you are that person who goes, eek, that's not going to turn out very well. Or like, you should probably not. And I'm also just seeing your spiritual abilities. And maybe you don't like, I feel like spirit has also guided you guys to recognize like, hey, some people just have to learn their own lesson. So it's like whatever is revealed to you, because something is going to be revealed to you. I don't even see you generally like being like, oh my God, like I'm having a parade over their downfall. No, I feel like you guys may feel this emotionally a bit, like you're actually going to feel bad for them or feel compassion for them, but I think it's a part of you also learning to give it to God and leave it in God's hands. You may also receive messages from people being like, hey, I'm so sorry, can you help me out? And like spirit may guide you guys to be like, no. And that may not be easy for you. It may hurt your inner child, because I keep hearing like, it's not that you didn't want it to be, you wanted unity, you wanted whatever, but a part of this life was learning duality and learning boundaries, and also learning to stay divinely connected, and that everyone has their own path, and you cannot be a savior to everyone. You also can't be the only person giving. And I feel like you guys are moving into a way more equal balanced, type of life. And I'm hearing like, with more energetic boundaries. And yeah, I'm also seeing ambulances. I'm seeing the color red. I literally, fireman. I was literally going to say someone could be a firefighter. Okay. But I'm also hearing with fireman, I feel like that was you guys. I feel like you guys are the type of people to constantly like fix things and put out these, chaos, or people felt comfortable calling you in the middle of the night. Oh my God, this is like, there was this energy of heroism. And Spirit is like, no, like they moved you out of a lot of situations to align with God in this way. And like I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles, but I'm seeing like literally in an animated way of someone going in the home, because Spirit was like, no, you needed to heal on a spiritual level. Like there has been so much drainage, energy leaks. I'm hearing like so much like things that you didn't see, things you ignored with people, people projecting energy your way while also asking for help, crying on your shoulder, not all these wishing for the worst, all these different things. And it's like, you had to be spiritually upgraded and truly learn that you can lean on the divine, lean on your spirit team, know that there was another side that was actually guiding you here. And also know this for this, people. Sometimes the best you could do is pray for some people. That's what you have to, I pray for you, like genuinely, okay? We have ninja. I feel like this is okay. Actually, I'm laughing. I've literally never seen this card in the deck, but it's making me laugh. I feel like Spirit is your guys are looking at you like I don't even know. Like they know, but I feel like they're laughing because you guys really were like the FBI for some. Like you guys found ways for some people that they don't even know. Or they're laughing at the fact that like some people really audacity were telling you things like you were this, like while you were going through certain things, like people were really like dismissing you or telling you things like you were actual Superman, Superwoman, or like calling you upon things or treating you like you were the certified whatever. And it's like, yeah, as friends, like we should be able to, but I feel like you guys will know this. Maybe this is even adults. Like some of you guys, like maybe there were adults that leaned on you. Okay, some of you guys could be readers, and it's like, hello, like I'm a kid. Like I feel like as much as people may have tried to make it this, oh my God, this admiral, look at what they can do. Wow, they're so this. Like it actually, no, it drained you. It drained you. It literally took away your innocence. It literally inconvenienced you. They weren't listening to you. They weren't there for you when you needed it. So it's like, and we have singer, okay? Some of you guys, music could be significant. Singing could be very healing. This is also about speaking on stage and emotion. Spirit just keeps giving me this energy of energy drainage. And it's so interesting because this Queen of Swords, it's like her lips are like so tight shut. And I feel like Spirit is like your voice is going to come back, your laughter, your smile, the power in your voice, because I feel like that's something that's weakened. A lot of you guys, I'm either hearing trigger warning, yelling, screaming for help. Like I'm hearing this energy of like, anger, okay, using your voice so much to like try to get people to hear things, try to get people to understand things, people asking for advice, but they're really just like draining your energy. And it's like Spirit is like, you haven't used your voice enough for the things you want to do because there's constantly like people draining you. Okay, and or you just I'm just hearing like, oh, like people just trying to whatever, and it's like Spirit is like that power, that blessing around your voice is gonna come back in. It is, okay. And we have coach. Yeah, you have coached. You honestly have coached. All right, I'm hearing a quote and your guides don't like it. They actually really don't like it. I'm hearing those who can do coach, because I do feel like there's a lot of people who wanted you to stay in the coaching position. Some of you guys were drawn to things like therapy, whatever. It's like, no, absolutely not. Like, no, because the thing is like these issues that people would be bringing to you is like you are God. Like it's giving like a lack of boundaries, and it is because of your spirituality, but it's like, no, it needs to be balanced, okay? And they're taking you out of that. I'm hearing Spirit is changing your position. Writer, writing, singing, okay? You guys have the ability to write, but like I said, the draining energy. Let's get this other one. We have waiter, okay? The restaurant, interesting. Business, interesting. I didn't mean to say that. Interesting. Interesting. I just feel like I'm picking up your guides. Like I feel like every single time there's something about like every time someone messages you or sits in, I feel like your guides are just watching like, interesting. interesting. Like when someone hits you up, I'm also picking up like people that only hit you up when they need you, you know? And there's this like interesting. I don't know, that's the energy they're giving me. But waiting, it's like there are people that literally looked at you, and regardless, especially if you're a woman watching this, I just feel like there's a lot of people just saw you in your masculine energy, that you were just there to wait on them. You were there to like serve them, okay? A lot of you guys have, yeah, your creative gifts are coming back. We have the gift of painting. But it's like spirit is just, and we have young, your youth is, oh my gosh, your youth is coming back. Your spark is coming back. Wow. But what I love the most about this energy is yeah, clergy. People don't see the guardians, because it's giving the time that was spent fixing other people's problems, cleaning up people's messes, being everything, being all, being over masculine, the abundance that's coming in for you to do the things that you enjoy, the shift, because you're seeing this, I'm seeing 555, because there is a shift coming in your life. I'm also seeing butterflies and bumblebees. The shift that's coming in where you are not going to be available. I'm hearing prepare not to be available. Oop, and the guides are like, right, like community. I'm also seeing like your community coming in. Oh my gosh, I love this. People who have been on the similar path, and it's gonna be like fun. Like I just got chills all over my body. Fun, kids, father wounds could have been a thing. That ascetic? What is this? Discipline? Discipline. Yeah, there's been a lot of people who are really hard on you. Like literally saw you as like everything, but I feel like the amount, like you guys are about to be busy. You're gonna be traveling, you're gonna be doing things you enjoy, you're gonna have different plans, and it's like I don't know what these people are gonna do when they have to, you're not available. And the spirit is like, I literally see your guides going, whoop, sorry, can't come to the phone right now. Whoop, gotta miss that call. That didn't send through. They didn't get it. Like I see your guides going like that. They didn't get it. I don't know why I'm seeing the messages, you know, going to, I don't know, this is like, I don't like that image. I feel like some people really did some stuff behind y'all back. I'm also picking up like people talking to your twin flame in a weird way about you. Like maybe some people tried to deliver messages, or people saying, no, whether it's your twin flame or people you were injured, like people you liked. Very strange mixy stuff was going on, okay? Your husband, your ex, all this weird stuff, your girl, I don't know. But I'm hearing all will be revealed in due time. Because spirit is saying everything's gonna be revealed, friend. Everything. Yeah, you guys are definitely gonna travel, but the position that you're going into, the shift, a lot of people watch you guys on social media. A lot. Got your picture all time, but you protected. You're seeing this because spirit is seeing things are shifting, and they're saying that, oh sorry, that Owl and Harry Potter trying to deliver the messages to Harry and him not getting it. So that's what I was seeing, but it's like the divine is about to be the owl in a different way. It's like, oh, they didn't get that. Number changed. Sorry, can't come to the phone. Unavailable. Go to God about it. Start doing your healing work. Like that's what I'm getting. Okay, so y'all, it's things are shifting in your life big time. There's a complete shift. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna get some timing for when this shift might come in. You know, I always do these things and I'm like, okay, I know what decks I want to use. Like I know exactly how I'm gonna, and then it doesn't just work. It just, spirit wants to speak. Okay. I was like, I know exactly what's gonna happen. I don't. By May. Okay, so it doesn't have, we have 19 as well. So I feel like spirit is saying your life is gonna look completely different by this time next year. Now that doesn't mean life is all gonna be like da 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 da, you know, but I'm feeling that you're gonna be in a completely new timeline. So I'm getting puzzle pieces. This means people you have to meet. This means, and so again, it doesn't mean that life is gonna be in the stagnant. No. You're actually building this new life right now to a place where the gates are about to close. Like spirit is saying, the gates are going to close, because again, there's been people, spirit is showing me an image in limbo, literally on a metaphorical level. They've been not really like in your life, not loyal to you, not really whatever, but spirit is saying there's a time period by next year, May, which is springtime. I'm hearing March going into May, but they said May, so I'm gonna say that. Whoever, May could be a birthday for someone as well. If they don't decide to get it together, decide to pick a team, decide to be loyal, decide how they feel about you and stop being fake, some gate is closing because spirit got something new coming in your life. There is a full new door opening up. And I mean, I feel like you're going to start to meet people before then. I feel like things in your life are going to, it's going to look like something, like a new image is coming together, but the gates are closing. The gates are closing in May. The energetic boundary is closing. Okay. We have today in the reverse and time is much for. I feel like another thing too, some of these people, like I'm picking up, it may have felt like it may look like things are manifesting for them really quickly. And spirit is like, no, what's happening is they have fool's gold and that's expiring. And mind you, these people did not have a very strong divine connection. So what has happened is that fool's gold is running out and it's dwindling down, by the way. Like whatever excitement that like it's gonna get, they have to fill up more with substances, whatever, to enjoy. And I'm not saying don't have a good time or have balance, but it's like things are getting really empty to the point that it's just not doing it for them. Something astrologically, there could be a retrograde next May as well too, but like it's giving that they're gonna have to go through their dark nights of the soul and spiritual awakening. So timing is much further in the future. And today in the reverse, it's like they're no longer gonna be able to get things instantaneously or like do the things like, because they're not even attracting it themselves because they've been warned out. They're warned out by the fake life. So things that, you know, may seem like super available to them right now, and it's like you're gonna have this deep stability. And they're just going to be like, how did things shift? They're going to be coming in trying to ask you how, and it's like, you've been going through a spiritual awakening. Like, you've done that. Like, you've been going through that. You've been staying divinely connected. You've been swallowing your pride. You've been holding back certain tendencies. You've been letting people just have it. Like, you know, whatever. You haven't been. And it's just like, yeah, no. Okay. So you're just going to be in a different alignment. All right. So that's what I got, okay? I love you guys so much. I know that you're seeing this for a reason. I thought this was going to be a 10-minute video. It was not, okay? But I know that you're seeing this, and I do wish you the absolute best in your beautiful journey. Bye, guys.